Okay, dokie then. So, hello to the CapnClever Power Hour, I guess. Let's just get started in the video game. This is the 3D Realms, I guess, redoing of Duke Nukem 2. Like when they got the whole 3D Realms DOS pack of games, the Apogee Excitement pack. I don't know what it was called. But it's ever so slightly different. Most notably, they gave him the shades, so I thought I'd use that. But, I mean, just check out how Duke this is.
I am back.
This is before they had John St. John. John St. John. John St. It's something. I don't know. I'm not an aficionado of Duke Nukem or anything, so I'm pretty sure that was close. So yeah, I guess we'll get started. This is going to be all 4 episodes on the easiest difficulty because the only difference is that it takes longer to kill things. That's dumb, and most of the time we're not even killing things, so... Anyway, I guess we'll get started. This is probably my weakest commentary, so instead of knowing knowledgeable things about Duke Nukem, I'm just gonna make a lot of puns. So, anyway. Let's get started. So, countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, giggity go. Alright, so get ready for Duke Nukem. It's Proton Blaster, breaking out of jail, breaking out of alien jail. Duke Nukem was created in 1994 by Apogee, before it became 3D Realms or anything like that. And it's still the same creators, roughly. It uses the same, other than having music, it's basically using the same technology that the original Duke Nukem had, which was created in 1992, roughly? Maybe 91, 92, something like that. So we got 16 simultaneous colors. We got a pixely-ass screen. So yeah. But like I said, this is the 3D Realms version. For anybody who's actually played original Duke Nukem 2, he normally doesn't have the shades, and he normally doesn't have like a picture on the right that's got him being cool and all. So this is going to be, in every single episode, we have one of these levels where I have to go kill a bunch of satellites before I can finish it. So these tend to be some of the longer levels instead of just running to the exit. Although for the most part, these are all directly on the way, so it's not a big deal. Good. This game is very... I wouldn't call it violent, I would call it, like, bombastic, really. Also, 10,000 points, each of those. So much score racking up. Look at that giant-ass score in the bottom. It's so much score. And also, very, very careful about those lightning bolt thingies. You don't want to get hit. You will instantly die, and that's not good. One of the last games that used this type of technology, and it really managed to get a lot of excellent colorization. I mean, look at this. It's pretty dang good. And the music itself, this is probably the last time they ever used the, what's it called? The IMF format. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. Okay, good. I don't have rapid fire, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. So we got the key. Right there, that's one of the only glitches in the whole game that we make use of whatsoever. And it's just the fact that, hey, what do you know? Gosh, these snakes, though. All this damage I'm taking. I don't like this damage. Pause for a moment. Yeah, if you're really fast on the... Actually, I think you have to pause in order to get past those snakes appropriately. So there we go. Let's get past that one. Good. We're not going to hear any of the music, but this was composed by Bobby Prince, who also did, you know, Doom, Commander Keen, Wolf 3D, Major Striker, a lot of games. That's probably not even half, or a third or something. He did Rise of the Triad. We'll be seeing that later in the marathon, last day or something. There we go. So now we get the best thing in the game. There's a number of weapon upgrades, but the best one by far is this little bugger, which is called the flamethrower, but I have learned since my youth to call it the moonbeam, because it's a freaking moonbeam. That's what it is. You know, there's no getting around it. Okay, right there. This is actually a tiny little shortcut I learned when I was relearning this game for this marathon. And by relearning, I mean like I spent a couple hours earlier. Nevertheless, yeah, it's just a tiny little shortcut. It probably saves a second if I'm lucky, but I've made more than enough mistakes. We're not at a world record pace. It's unfortunate. You actually have to go a little slow in this game to be even a little bit safe. It would not be marathon friendly to go for a record attempt at all. Oh, this song. This song's great. I'm probably just gonna not talk during it. It's way too good. This is actually based on, I think, a Megadeth song. I forget the name of the Megadeth song, but yeah, you probably can recognize it if they know it. But normally you have to go all the way around. You gotta like blow up the factory stuff going on, and then like all the windows break, and it's really atmospheric and cool. But we just skip all of that by using Moonbeam, because I forgot to actually mention what Moonbeam does, although you can clearly see what it does. It lets me propel upwards, and that's incredibly game-breaking. There are levels that do not take it into account, and I just kind of finish those levels when they just don't think, oh, you're gonna not bring it into the next level. That would be stupid. But I mean, here's a moonbeam right here, and you can just skip like half of the level by running over and grabbing this thing. This little doohickey, this invisibility gauntlet, I don't know what it really is, but it gets us past a special little... It's a MacGuffin that gets us past the thing. But in addition to making us invisible and nobody actually tries to attack us, it also makes us completely invulnerable. So that's cool. One of the most important speed techs in this game is spamming jump on ladders, which just lets you propel super fast. You actually climb up fairly fast on ladders in this game, or chains, or what have you. But you can go super fast if you know how to spam up. However, you can only do it if you're facing right, so keep that in mind. Okay, here, good. So there's our use of Moonbeam. Rest in peace, Moonbeam. How are we going to get through the rest of the level? I'm all the way back down here again. Oh, what do you know? It's more Moonbeam. Say hello to Moonbeam once again. It's so good. The Moonbeam is what makes this run, frankly. It's just so powerful. So slick, so sophisticated, so Moonbeam. And now we have the yet another weapon type, which is called the laser. The laser it might deal a little more damage than average, but more importantly, it pierces through all enemies and stuff. So it'll instantly kill a lot of enemies and also kill all of them in a line. But it also hits enemies multiple times, like for instance with bosses. So let's see if I can get the quick kill. I probably won't because I wasn't getting any practice. But I got hit by the friggin'. Yeah, well, clearly not, but I did have enough laser to do it. I got hit by the spiders. So, Duke Nukem's awesome. He's gonna be leaning against this oozing bulbous wall and wait for death. Hey, a secret passage! What luck! I'm getting bored. Cool, an elevator. I'm just gonna kill all the things down here. God, I love my job. What great lore that this game had. It really built up for Duke Nukem 3D. It definitely did. So yeah. Great lore. Friggin' great lore. So, straight on to episode 2. And this is where we get into the non-shareware stuff, so anybody who played this as a kid might not remember this stuff. But they actually start with an excellent beginning here. You get Dr. Proton's wheelchair. I know it's not actually, like, wheels, but... I always called it a wheelchair, because Dr. Proton always looked like he was... I always just thought it was funny that Duke Nukem was picking on, like, a disabled guy. Like, that really makes him a champion of the people, you know? But whatever. Fun. Okay, cool. So that's a fun little thing right there. Shoot the exit, get 10,000 points. But I'm not picking on the people without good legs. I always just thought it was funny in Duke Nukem's case. It's like, yeah, Dr. Proton is a brilliant scientist, and he just wants to rule the world for it because the world didn't love him back. Okay, I got what I needed there. You gotta shoot the rocket in order to make something fall on the level. This game actually has a surprising number of little doohickeys that it makes use of kind of uniquely. Okay. Ah, come on, we can make this. Nope. Gosh, really? Come on. There we go. Just a little bit of a skip there. Fun stuff. And all the green walls all of a sudden. Like, what's going on? Friggin'. It's all these pipes everywhere. Yeah, you can tell I don't really have very good commentary for this game. So, puns. Puns for Duke Nukem. What do you call Duke Nukem when he reads too much? You call him Book Nukem. What do you call Duke Nukem when he learns a new recipe? You call him Cook Nukem. What do you call Duke Nukem when he throws up after eating delicious food that he ate too much? You call him Duke Pukem. What do you call Duke Nukem when he got really lucky? Like, I'm probably going to get in this run because I haven't been practicing very well. Duke Flukem. It's pretty good stuff. Just Jackrabbit, well, it was like 8 hours ago. Give or take. I don't remember. So in this level, if you play this game and you remember this level is a pain in the butt because you're looking everywhere for this key card, but it's just housed up here in the upper left. And if you don't know that and you end up falling, it takes forever to actually find it. There's a lot more to this level than I'm showing off here. We're just going straight to the exit. It's one of the few non-linear levels in this game. Most of them are fairly straightforward. Fairly. You know what? Maybe like 2/3 of them are pretty linear. Speaking of, this level is super linear if you know that it is super linear. Otherwise, you just fall a lot and it sucks. So hopefully one of these two slimes is going to be nice. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, and then I get hit by the spiders. The spiders are a unique enemy in that if they grab onto you, you can't gun properly. So you gotta be careful around them. And that's why, like, Moonbeam failed that one time. Oh boy, 3 HP. We should be fine. Okay, good. This is workable HP. At the very least. So, I just need to remember to grab the soda over here. Bingo. Red... The boxes are actually color coordinated so that you can roughly understand... You can roughly identify what's going to be in them. Blue usually just have points. Red are going to be either health or nukes, which is bad. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Good job. Good job, mate. We gotta restart the level. I just don't have enough health to finish it, and that's like the one level I didn't want to mess up. I'm not even kidding. Next time we're just gonna look down and we're gonna make sure that everything goes fine. So, there's Duke Flukem right there. Like, what a fluke that I messed that up. Gosh. Call him Duke, Pookum. No, that's when he's, snuggling, right? Pookie, I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Just don't get hit here. Good. Ah! Foot! Okay, we can still manage this. It's kind of low health, but we can manage this. Unfortunately, my estimate doesn't really make room for a great deal of errors. It certainly made room for this one, but let's see. You? No. Okay, we're just gonna look down here. Great. Go here, and we're where we need to be. Okay. Halt, and we're good. Yeah, you don't have a lot of health for that level. You really don't. It's kind of rough. Okay, and the rest of this episode is easy peasy, unless level 7 really decides to screw me over, and there's not much I can do about that one. But anyway, this level's got earthquakes! Actually, do these... yeah, okay, well, you can see the earthquakes happening right now. I'm actually going to grab this thing, this special crystal globe, because I'm going to show you how many points it gives. It's a lot of points. Careful. Hoi! Yeah, don't fall there. Oh, look at all those 50,000. It's a point-tastic game. That's for sure. It also tells us how to do the level, which is that you got to shoot these wooden plants, and at least I don't know, just wooden boards. Yeah, let's call it a board. That's probably more of what it is. Okay, great. Got the key, and I'm just gonna be safe. At this point, haven't messed up. Good old E2 L7. I'm not even feeling comfortable about the rest of everything, so we're gonna keep moving along. There's a lot of very tiny optimizations to make in a game like this because, as it turns out, the movement is fairly rigid, and there's also stopping and starting in certain places. So you want to be as absolutely fluid as possible in spite of everything. This is a level where you can make such optimizations, but for the most part, it's just don't fall the level. So we're going to try not to fall. What do you call Duke Nukem after he falls? You call him... I haven't thought this one through. What could you call it? Is Chet gonna help me out here? Give me a good one. Call him. I'm just not thinking of it. Whatever. We'll move on. I don't really have a lot of these ready. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Great. This is what happens when I have to think about puns too hard. It's pretty good. The problem there isn't so much that I couldn't get back up. The problem is that I've taken too much damage. And trying to go up without taking more damage is going to be even slower. So it's really just for the best that I start over. Fall level. What did I say? Fall. There's also a number of situations... Okay, and then here, I think this is where I ended up falling. Yeah, it's right there. Figures. Come on. Don't fall the level. Come on, right there. Good. And then hop to it. Hoppity-doo-dah. There's a lot of hopping in this level. And right here. Because the screen is fairly small with regards to how much you can see, with regards to where Duke is, sometimes you got to make these decisions where you say, okay, even. Okay, good. Moving on. Honestly, there isn't that much commentary to this. I'm guessing it's... okay. You let me know if it's better now. You know, it would have been one thing if I had not made mistakes and I got the audio pop, but you tell me if it's better now. If it's not, the only other option is to restart OBS, basically. Okay, well, for whatever reason, I had to restart. Oh, this HP is bad. Oh, this HP is bad. I'm gonna have to play it safe now. And then the cat's showing up. Okay, so we got Moonbeam. You may have noticed we didn't have Moonbeam for a while. So, sounds like it's good though. Great. Up. Oh, okay. Good. Oh, oh, what am I doing? Shoot it until it dies. Good. You want to keep as much weapon ammo as possible for this boss, and that's the reason we pick it up. We don't even use it for much. You might have also noticed we got a secret bonus. That's the only secret bonus we're getting. And the reason for that is because secret bonuses take too long. Also, it would not only take too long to get, but it would take too long to let the thing go through and actually do it. So unfortunately, I had to use up some extra, so we're going to have to actually shoot this boss over here. Great. Okay. And there's that 6-pack. So we're just going to go run into this Overkill. Look how ripped he is. I don't think they normally show that in the Duke games, but holy bejeebers. I think he let himself go after this episode. Bejeebers, man. Look at all these secret bonuses. I believe there's a secret bonus for going fast, so that's not one I can really help. So, going fast. We're clearly going fast here right now. So straight on episode 3, and these first 2 levels are what I'm really worried about here. Hopefully we'll be fine. But we just start in the volcano. See, the plot, the lore actually is continuous in this game. I know this is hard to believe for a game from 1994 that's just a platformer, but come on. Okay, so I'm going to look down. Normally when you're super running this, you actually just know where everything is, but I don't trust that right now. I wouldn't have even trusted that if I hadn't messed up those levels. Okay. This is another case where you can kind of tinily optimize your jumps. So. Oh, the bird! Friggin' bird. Ooh, no. So, oh, there we go. What do you call a Duke Nukem that's really good at dodging? You call him Duke Jukem. Yeah. You know, it's funny because both of them kind of fit. So I could say Duke Pukem or I could say Puke Nukem. It's really the same thing. So I don't even know why I was messing around one way or another. Oh yeah, what's Duke Nukem's favorite chess piece? It's the Rook. It's a Rook Nukem. That one was just terrible. Okay, so this level we're gonna hope we get lucky and we get a 6-pack. Oh yes, another little optimization bit I should probably be mentioning at some point. Sometimes when you're falling down areas, you just kind of stutter as you're falling, and it sucks. So, one thing you can do to help that... Okay, did we get lucky? Oh, nope, we didn't get lucky. There's a 6-pack in there, then it only randomly shows up. We'll just have to get the backup then. Oh, dude, not cool. This is not good health, but I think we can manage. All the way up. There we go. What on you now? One thing that's annoying is that I don't like spamming in this game, but so much calls to just be shooting your gun as fast as possible at all times. Okay, you want to make sure this comes out. We're going to grab this just for safety at the moment. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah! Farts. Farts and parts. Okay, we're good. 2 HP is more than enough at this point. This is a dangerous run. Well, it depends on the episode. Episodes 2 and 3 can get rough, and episode 4 in a couple places. Episode 1's pretty cool. Dude, this commentary is just fantastic. I can't believe how much commentary I'm doing right now. So we got Moonbeam! I forgot. We got Moonbeam. Life is good again. I can't believe it. It's like we're finally here, and we're playing for reals this time. It's good. It's good. So this level, in fact, this episode is basically the Moonbeam episode, because we have a lot of Moonbeam to do. So we're going to pick up another Moonbeam. Come on, right there. And we're going to use it. Oh, there we go. So we're going to go up this waterfall. Moonbeams are for waterfalls. Good. Grab the key card. So this is something that is relatively new in the run. If you Moonbeam all the way above the waterfall, you'll actually end up on top. Be careful, though. Don't go too high or you'll crash the game. I probably should have saved it when I started this level. Whoops. And we still have more Moonbeams, so we're going to use it. better luck next time. No bonus. Okay, so moonbeaming right here. Skip a fair portion of the level. And more moonbeam. What do you know? So much moonbeam in this level. It's absurd how much I'm moonbeaming. And then we just keep going. Basically, this is an area where we can start making tiny little optimizations with moonbeam. Oop. Just moving up instead of having to run back and forth. Come on. Good. And what do you know? More moonbeam. It's so much moonbeam. I can't even contain myself on how much there is. It's a really good weapon. It also deals a pretty good amount of damage, and it's automatically rapid fire, which is even better. So yeah. I also noticed that my mic ended up going, not having... Oh, gosh. It might actually be quite loud at this point. I'll have to change it... Whoop! Now I'm getting confused. I'll have to change it in a bit, at least between games. That's for sure. I gotta shoot this, go up. Great. And we skipped half the level thanks to having moonbeam at this point. This is the wrong way. There we go. Good. And now we have the key. Because otherwise you'd have to go all the way up and around, and that's just a pain in the butt. So. Yes, sirree. Now we do a bunch of this stuff, except I'm just going to moonbeam up some, make it go a little faster. And once again, like with the previous level, you can just jump up here and skip a whole another bit, including a key grab. And just go grab this. Don't go over there, you'll soft lock the game. Well, I mean, you can always reload and stuff, but it's still not a good idea. So there we go. Good level. Oh yeah, it's just a bit louder than I normally have it. I just noticed that. It's probably missing the filter too. Anywho, so this level, this is another one of the satellite levels. That was actually the E2L7 as well. Was a satellite level. We don't need to go up here. We need to go up here. I just need to remember where the key card is. All the satellites are pretty automatic, but the key card is right over after this one. If I don't remember that, things can go bad. Okay, I think we just got one more satellite to get up here. No, this is the second one. Hello? There we go. I don't know why it wasn't shooting. Okay, up, shoot, and then pulling back down. Health really isn't an issue in this level. A lot of the run is considered... See, that? I bet that was me too. A lot of the run is considered in terms of... how much health do you need to get through the level? What do you have to kill if you don't have enough health? And what kind of jumps? This is not the right way to do it. And we got a key. Bonesaw originally ran this game at SGDQ 2014-ish, around there. I think it was just before I started. Whatever, we can... I just remembered I forgot to pick up a thing I normally pick up, but I just learned in practice that I don't really lose time for forgetting to do it. So we'll just go here, and now I need to remember to get it. This thing lasts a fair long time, so we got enough time to go grab the key card down here. Come on, up you go. And in we go. Yeah, it's a heck of a level. Come on, almost there. And there we go. That's what we need for the invisibility, to break that weird thing that will instantly kill us if we're not careful. So, here. Whoop! I just turned it off. I can't touch it. Whatever, fine. We'll just keep going. Screw it. I was just trying to click away, but anyway. So now we get Dr. Proton's flying chair once again, and now we get to kill a flying boss. All of the bosses on easy are really, really easy, and all of the bosses on hard are way too hard. I'm guessing there's a Goldilocks rule where on normal it's just right, but yeah, you just pretty much just shoot him until he dies. So yeah, that's good times. Okay, let me turn this a wee bit down, just a wee bit down. I don't want to be accidentally breaking, like, going over. So yeah, you know, his shades look more like spectacles in that picture. They had to add them to all these graphics. Anyway, he's finding out that the Regellians are leaving on their mothership, so he's gonna go hitch a ride. Literally hitch his arm onto the engines. You'll actually see it in the beginning of the 4th episode, we end up with a banger of a start. Banger of a staff. Good enough. This is where we start. And this one's probably the most coherent in terms of areas making sense as you go. Nope, that's not the right way to go. Let's just die. That'll be fast. Yeah, you can die by just falling off. It's rather gruesome. This is actually an incredibly fun part to optimize. I'm no good at it anymore, but trying to go super swimmingly, making short jumps and long jumps and everything in between, it's pretty fun. But for this level, what we have to do is we got to run all the way to the right side to collect a key. And then we got to run all the way to the left side so we can get in and use that key. So. Music's really good in this game. If anything, it's a travesty that you got to listen to my commentary over the music, because it's just so good. Like I said, it's one of the last... come on. There we go. Up. Daisy. Okay, and it's right over here. Oh. Yeah, going fast in this game is quite challenging. It's not too hard to finish runs, but trying to get every last little second out of it. Most of these runs, on average, finish in between 7 and 8 minutes. Some are even less than 7. So. Okay. Those things instantly kill you, so I almost fell into it. As it turns out, they also cause chain reactions, so if you shoot one and another one's on screen, it'll also kill that one. But if it's not on screen, then you gotta kill it again. So I do have to get close. I just got a little too close. What do you call Duke Nukem's army of minions? Duke Nukem. Like a mook? Okay, so we're gonna go down here. Nope, to grab the card. I actually missed one of the satellites I normally pick up, but we can pick it up on the way back. Shooting these guys. We're gonna get laser, and laser here is slightly useful because it means we don't have to destroy these generators. We can just destroy the satellite on the other side because of the piercing ability. It's pretty cool. Oh, there we go. You do want to have as much laser as possible for the next level. And then up here, and I think it's here. Yeah. Good. Okay. And we've used quite a bit of extra laser because I normally don't have it for that. But whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. All radar destroyed. We can move on. Duke Nukem position unknown. That's what you call a Duke. I guess that's also a fluke. Dang it, there's just... You'd think there'd be a lot more. But... What do you call Duke Nukem's brand of adhesive? Duke Glucum. Oh man, these are getting into CapnClever territory of bad. when they fall back down, even after you've killed them... Good! Okay. Even after you've killed them, the eyeballs will continue to damage. So that's no good. Shoot you. I didn't actually hit you. Oh, man. Why did I do that? You can just fall there. It's fine. Everything would have been fine. Now my health's a wee bit low. Oh well, let's just shoot. We actually have plenty of rocket. I just need to make sure I'm not taking extra damage because of shooting. Hoi! Oh, the turnaround, no scope to fleeb. No. Good. So now that we've made our way up the spaceship, we're actually going to be in something like a docking bay or something, and I'm going to try to move over to the left for a moment. I'm trying to remember which level has it that I can show off immediately. No, not this one. And it's not the other one, so whatever. Oh, gotta go up here. No, we didn't. What am I doing? No, here we have to... Yeah, these two levels look very similar to each other, so I always get... Well, there we go. They look even more similar that I forgot where I was supposed to be going. Excellent. So that's what can happen. I accidentally shot one of the glass windows and just exploded out of the level. That was on purpose, absolutely. I did that. I was just luring you guys in. It was a clever ruse of mine. So now we need to get a key card. Great. Oh, let's switch. And now we hook back around, use the key card to get the key. Maybe you're noticing a pattern. This game's just a lot of collect-a-thon, except it's for progression, except it's not that bad. So. And now we go all the way up, and I have to be really careful that I don't... This is not all the way up. What the heck, dude? Like, how are you having trouble with this? Come on. All the way up. Maybe it was all the way up. Yeah, it was all the way up. Once again, like I said, these two levels are very similar to each other. And don't shoot that glass. That's why I wanted to show that. Because if you shoot that, you got to start the level all over again, and that's no good. That is no good. We don't need to be going up here right now. Up we go. Boop-a-doo. And this music again. I'm just going to let the music play out and let the level speak for itself, because it's such a good song. Oh yeah, this song, man. Okay, we're on good pace with health. Very good pace. Those guys, the eyeball robots, are always hopping around, getting in your way. So we got our key card to finish the level. But what's this? What's this green box? Oh, it's Moonbeam! Oh, it's so good. Now we got our Moonbeam back. Life is just at the pinnacle of good. Got this song. We got Moonbeam. It's just too good to be true. Nice. Very nice. This is a Sound Blaster game. I guess it's technically... I think they say ad-lib / Sound Blaster. So this level is the biggest of pains if you try to play this game normally. As it turns out, if you bring Moonbeam along, this level is really easy. Because all you gotta do is a little thing I call 1, 2, 3. Just enough. Ugh, of course, if you don't have enough Moonbeam for all of that, you are not in a good place. So now the final boss. Get ready on time. We're going to just Moonbeam this guy to death. Actually, we're not going to Moonbeam him to death. He has too much health for that. We got a rapid fire at the end. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and time. Alright. Having vanquished the leader of the Regelian Battleknot Planet Threatener's Symmetro Cruiser Mark IV, Duke walks into the ship's bridge, experimenting with the controls. He seals the bulkheads on the rest of the forces he didn't obliterate. Wiping the gelatinous residue from the captain's chair, Duke sits down triumphantly. My own starship, I like this. Yeah, this is me. There she is, Earth. She looks so blue, so perfect, so vulnerable. You know, now that the Regeladins are toast, I could take over Earth. King Duke. Nah, that doesn't sound right. Too bad. Ah, well. Would have been fun watching Detroit boil off into space. Alright. Well, I hope that wasn't, too overestimate. So, yeah. Anyway, so that was Nukem 2. I apologize for the lack of puns. I should have gotten more ready ahead of time. I was mostly looking off of Cube's Punland's channel, and I didn't even see enough of that. Puns were bad. So, anyway, so that's Duke Nukem 2, and after just a wee bit of a break, we're going to be back with the rest of the CapnClever Power Hour. Stick around, don't go anywhere.